Korean BBQ right in Koreatown. Our boy JT said it put him into a food coma, gave him the meat sweats. He said he slept like hell. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want right there. I want to feel like death after this. So yeah, I think we're locked and loaded.
James Colgan
Hello.
is here.
In the house.
I made it.
How long did it take you to get here from when you left your apartment yesterday?
Took me 18 hours.
Oh yeah, brother.
Door to door. I drove here actually. How many people
No,
realize
you walked.
I'd be too afraid to talk to the CBS folks, so we fly James in for you can handle
that?
it for
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Is that what we're doing today, James?
Yeah, we're gonna chat with some pals at CBS. We've got a brand new production truck facility this year. The PGA Tour just invested like something like $25 million into building this like totally custom, first of its kind golf thing. So we're gonna do a little tour, and then who knows, maybe we'll see someone hanging around. I've been told to go say hello. So.
Everything that happens this week has something to do with Tiger Woods, and it kind of crescendos in the beginning of the week with his presser today. He's probably more important to the PGA Tour than he's ever been, because he has to decide how the money gets all doled out and all that stuff. So he gets asked a bunch of questions about it today, gets asked about his caddy today, gets asked about his clothing line today, gets asked about his body and his swing and all that crap today. So we'll probably have a half an hour with him, and it won't be nearly long enough.
Sean, I don't think you can park the car here.
This is so embarrassing. He does this at every tournament we're at. Like, dude.
You can't park on activations. I told him that over
like
and over again.
it's a pretty simple rule. Like, Tour's not asking for much, but apparently they are.
Tiger just teed off Pro-Am, and Sean, the sound wasn't quite what I think we're accustomed to hearing.
I know, it's just, he's a little creaky still, I
Yeah.
think. And not in like a bad way, just in a way that 48-year-old golfers can be at 8:30 in the morning
Yeah.
in chilly Los Angeles. So I just think that's who he is at this point. It's like, really needs to warm up soundly.
Look, yesterday with one of our top 100 teachers, he just watching a couple swing videos that I sent him, his biggest takeaway, he just said, yeah, he just looks like a guy who hasn't played a lot of golf lately, which obviously is true.
The man has been busy.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty huge foodie, and from what I hear, Tom Kim has the best Korean barbecue restaurant in LA. So we're hoping to grab him, because I don't know where he's eating, but I want to know, and I want to eat there. So yeah, we'll see if we can get something.
Do you want more modernized, like where it's more clean, enjoyable? Do you want to go like really authentic and smell moldy?
Authentic, yeah.
Authentic. There's kind of like a good spot. It's called Chosun Lobby.
Okay.
You ever film with it?
Yeah, absolutely. This was a place that JT. We talked to JT before. This
is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you can go here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd recommend.
That's
this
the
place.
spot?
I'd
Okay.
recommend.
Jungyuk Korean BBQ right in Koreatown. Our boy JT said it put him into a food coma, gave him the meat sweats. He said he slept like hell. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want right there. I want to feel like death after this. So yeah, I think we're locked and loaded.
This is honestly one of the places you can find tiny little scoops, tiny little bits of information that kind of inform your reporting. It's the tour truck area, which kind of is the same every single stop across the season, but it's important, right? TaylorMade guys have to get absolutely dialed, and I'm kind of curious because I was talking to Tommy Fleetwood and his caddy earlier this week, and they're kind of like grinding through some stuff, and I was like very confused. Like, they just spent the full week in Vegas working with Butch Harmon. You should feel pretty dialed, but I want to know what they are actually working through, because Finno is like, man, these clubs, they got to get figured out, they got to get situated. So I have like no clue what that means, but we're gonna figure that out right now. I saw you out there working with Tommy.
Yeah.
Earlier, I guess yesterday, and then I walked with Finno over here, and he's like, "Look, Tommy's clubs we got to get them situated." What does that even mean? When you guys are working out there, and then he brings them over here, like what's going on there?
We're going through his yardages. He's got 3 swings with every golf club. 3 different. When I say 3 swings, he's got like 3 yardages with each golf club. So you imagine that as you go through the bag, you know, all the way from a 60-degree wedge all the way up to a 3-iron.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of dial it in that way, and then we'll even take that to the course. The reason the clubs come in here is because then we might pick up things that might not align in the yardages.
Okay.
And then we're going to check the lofts and lies, and we're going to make sure that everything's kind of dialed in. His 4-iron had moved upright,
Okay.
and his 3-iron, which is the new 3-iron that he's got in the bag, it was weak.
Okay.
So those 2 clubs got changed, and then he needed a new grip on his driver, a new grip on his 60.
So you moved his 4-iron upright and you weakened his 3-iron?
I weakened his 3-iron, and I put his 4-iron, it had bent in play or whatever.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So we were just putting it back in line with the rest of the clubs.
Wow.
If you look at the golf course, we were exploring a stronger mini driver, so we built a stronger mini driver which was longer.
He loves that club.
Longer and stronger than his current one, which was just a test. I mean, that test got 4 shots. We didn't get what we wanted to out of it. So that club's, it's burnt, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, that's the process that we kind of go through. He gets his golf balls. His golf balls that he's hitting on the range is the exact same ball that he plays. TP5X.
And you're doing this with each week at some level with him, and to some extent with Rory, to some extent with Scotty Scheffler, Morikawa.
It's funny because you look at how Scotty hits, he's renowned for his iron play and his driving as well. He's the #1 player in the world. Tommy's very much renowned for his kind of ball striking and iron play as well. They put in the work, right? It's not just a given.
We have the tees of the kind of the best players in the world. They're all pretty obvious. We got Colin Morikawa with bacon strips on the side. We've got, I think this would be Jason Day with the kangaroo up top. We've got a very obvious one here, Oklahoma State, Ricky Fowler. We all know who Roars is. And by far the favorite one is F for Fleetwood, but it is the Everton Football Club badge, and that makes me very happy because we are all Blues at heart. God, I'm really tempted to take this home. What was it like waiting around in Pebble, realizing slowly that you're not going to have a chance to play the final round and win?
I was with my mom that week. We had a house, and we were just north of Carmel, and we were kind of sitting in the house, and trees were like falling all around us. We were almost a little bit like trying to make sure that we weren't getting hit by the trees, but obviously it was quite unfortunate. I felt like I was playing pretty well, but obviously the way that Wyndham finished, shooting 60, I mean, you can't really just tip your hat to that, and good job. So a little bit unfortunate. I was looking forward to playing, but it is what it is, and hopefully we'll have more of those opportunities in the future.
Well, I grew up in Lubbock, and he went to Texas Tech, which is in Lubbock. He's a member at a club down there that just opened that I know a lot of people who are out there. So we were just, talking about West Texas.
Yucking it up.
Yucking it up. The Scandinavia to West Texas pipeline is strong, so I kind of look Scandinavian. He is Scandinavian.
Hi, Tiger. 2 parts here, kind of random. one, what's Josh Allen's game like? And then two, how did Lance end up on your bag?
Josh's game is considering what he does for a living and the pounding that he takes on his body, the fact that he's been able to play this game, and you can see the enjoyment that he has and the addiction that he has for the game of golf. As far as Lance is concerned, Lance, I've had a great relationship with him over the years, going back to when he came for Cooch and when we played at the President's Cup together back in Muirfield Village. In all the years that we've been on Ryder Cups and President's Cups together, and the times I've been able to have played with him in the same groups. Very down to earth, very loyal, and how he has conversated with his players through the years, I've obviously taken notice of that, and we've had the same type of feels and how we look at the golf course and how we read putts. They're very similar. So I think it's a great. We're going to be a great team, and we look forward to the challenge.
Tiger, from a technical perspective, what are you working on in your swing to make sure it's competition ready?
I think that more than anything that I try and do from a technical standpoint is make sure that I can still hit the golf ball flush and solid. I don't have the same speed I used to have. I don't have the ability to practice the same amount of hours. But I still do work on make sure that I can hit the ball out of the middle of the face. And if I can do that consistently, one of the reasons why I really don't have a coach right now, what my body does from the day to day and week to week just looks kind of different. I can't really model myself or fit any kind of model. A lot of it is based on my hands and my feel. And I have built this golf swing with the last few years, or 4 or 5 years, based on my hands, what that feels like, and what that looks like. It doesn't really. Sometimes it doesn't look pretty, but I can still hit the ball flush.
We are fully in the belly of the beast right now, in the most literal sense of the term. There's a brand new PGA Tour production facility. We're just off the side of the first fairway at Riviera. This is 9 new trucks, I believe, unveiled this year. PGA Tour spent a ton of money building this out. State of the art, made exclusively for golf, made exclusively for the PGA Tour. Apparently this whole thing's pretty insane. To me, it just looks like a bunch of trucks right now, but I think we're gonna learn the difference is pretty severe.
Smile, comb your hair.
We just finished up a pretty long run at the brand new PGA Tour production facility. Their trucks, everything they've got set up there, it's totally state of the art. Everything was fully custom made for golf, which is pretty epic. It's like a broadcast pantry. Yeah. Just anything that you could possibly need. It's all hanging here. Ingredients on the shelves. You've got your cookware over here. It's just, it's all set in advance, and it makes sense, right? Like, it's what I would do at least. I think the big news here, the big headline here, is like golf on TV is about to look better. Like, it will physically look better. Part of the upgrades to this production facility is like a new high dynamic range is what it's called. And it basically means that the golf you'll be watching on TV every weekend is going to look more colorful, it'll look enhanced. Obviously it won't be like going from black and white to going in color, but it will be a huge jump and it will be a significant improvement. And for golf fans, like, I know we like to complain about golf on TV. I certainly like to complain about golf on TV, but when you're in the environment and you see people kind of grind it away, you realize there's something special happening there. There's something very cool happening inside that room every week. And particularly now that golf is gonna legit look better when you put it on. I mean, I don't know, I'm excited to watch from my couch. My naps just got a little bit better. All right, so if you've never done Korean barbecue before, it's honestly like the best way to eat food. This is a grill right here that will soon get opened up and will be lit for us to have our food cooked directly in front of us.
Like really lit?
So lit. It's gonna get lit out here, boys. You basically order just a bunch of meat and then it gets cooked to perfection in front of you. You get a bunch of sides with it for free. It's amazing. Sort of cold salads to have alongside with your food. This is all of the traditional hits. Some kimchi here.
We need to make that. That place was just kind of.
This is the most delicious Korean barbecue food I've ever tasted in my entire life. And it's not just, the meat is unbelievable. It's like literally every single thing on the table. It's so good.
I would give that like literally a 12 out of 10.
Wow.
So the big thing Tom had said is like this like super authentic Korean barbecue. Like it's gritty, it's not, you know, it's not like very upscale. And I thought the food was actually incredibly upscale, but I loved the fact that the service was like just a little rude and the vibes were like just a little cold towards us while we were eating. It's like that is the vibe that I want to get. Everyone was just laser focused on the food. It was so good. Tom, I'm coming back for more recommendations, Phil.